On the 6th of February 2023, Ghanaian football midfielder Christian Atsu went missing in the immediate aftermath of the 2023 Turkey-Syria earthquake. He was feared to be amongst those trapped under the rubble of Hatayspor's headquarters in Antakya following the quake. Fast forward, on the 18th of February, after a long, rigorous search by rescue officials and rumors initially circulating that Christian Atsu had been found, confirmation was received by his agent that his body was recovered from the rubble of the building he was residing in and that he had perished under the circumstances. News outlets reported his death at approximately 6 a.m. GMT on that same day. This true crime special edition seeks to take you through the life, the beautiful memories, and the unfortunate ending of this special star. If you are ready for this true crime story, please buckle up and let's mourn together. Full name: Christian Atsu Chawam. He was born in Adan Foa in the Greater Accra region of Ghana in West Africa. He spent some of his education at the then Feyenoord Football Academy at Gomoa Fete in the central region of Ghana, which has now been changed to be called the West African Football Academy at Sugakope in the Volta region of Ghana. He later moved to join Cheetah FC, a club based in Kaswa, also in the central region of Ghana. Eventually, it would set him on a path of a football career that will span across different continents and different countries outside of Ghana, starting with FC Porto. Atsu arrived at FC Porto at the age of 17 years. On 14th of May 2011, he was called up by first-team manager Andre Villas-Boas for a Primeira Liga match against Maritimo, but he did not leave the bench. As with teammate Kelvin, Atsu was sent on loan to fellow league side Rio Ave for the 2011-2012 season. He made his debut in the competition on 28 August of 2011 in a 0-1 home loss against Ohanense. On the 16th of December 2011, Atsu opened the score at Estadio da Luz against Benfica in the 24th minute, but the hosts would eventually end up winning it by 5-1. Atsu then returned to Porto for the 2012-2013 campaign, starting in 9 of his league appearances as they won the national championship for the third consecutive time. He would then move to Chelsea afterwards. On the 1st of September 2013, Atsu agreed to join Chelsea on a 5-year contract for a reported £3.5 million signing, being immediately loaned to Dutch club Vitesse Arnhem for the rest of the 2013-2014 season upon his arrival at Chelsea. Now, on his loan to Vitesse, as on the 6th of October 2013, Atsu made his debut against Feyenoord as a substitute, replacing Kaziasvili in the 77th minute. He went on to provide an assist to Mike Havinia, but it was not enough to prevent a 2-1 loss to Vitesse. On the 19th of October, Atsu made his first start against SC Heerenveen, which ended in a 3-2 win for Vitesse. On 19th of November, he converted a penalty for his first goal with Vitesse against FC Utrecht. The match ended in a 3-1 win for Vitesse. In total, Atsu played 30 games and scored 5 goals for the Dutch side as they finished 6th in the league and qualified to the playoffs. From there, Atsu would move to Everton, in the English Premiership on loan. On the 13th of August 2014, Atsu joined fellow Premier League club Everton on loan until the end of the 2014-2015 season. He made his first appearance for the club 10 days later, coming on as an 85th minute substitute for Kevin Mirallas in the 2-2 draw with Arsenal at Goodison Park. Atsu made his first start in the league on the 21st of September 2014 against Crystal Palace, which ended in a 2-3 home loss. After his absence, due to his participation in the African Cup of Nations, he returned to the lineup on 19th of February 2015 in a Europa League match against BSC Young Boys, playing out the last 5 minutes after replacing hat-trick scorer Romelu Lukaku, and came off the bench 3 days later to set up a late equalizer in a 2-2 draw at home to Leicester City. On the 15th of March 2015, in the match against Newcastle United, he came off the bench with 5 minutes remaining and provided an assist to fellow substitute Ross Barkley for Everton's third goal of a 3-0 home victory. Following Atsu's impact as a substitute in the above games, he was picked to start the second leg of a Europa League round of 16 match away to Dynamo Kiev on 19th of March with regular right winger Aaron Lennon captained, with Everton leading 2-1 from the first leg. His team were eliminated after losing 5-2 on the night. He was withdrawn in the 65th minute, and that was his final first-team appearance in Everton. From there, Atsu would move on again to another club. On the 29th of May 2015, Atsu was loaned to newly promoted Premier League team, Bournemouth, for the upcoming season, with club chief executive Neil Blake calling the deal a huge coup. He made his debut on 25th of August in the second round of the League Cup, starting in a 4-0 win at Hartlepool United. Atsu's only other appearance was in the next round's victory at Preston North End. He did not feature in any Bournemouth matchday squad in the league, and he was recalled from his loan by Chelsea on the 1st of January 2016. But then, he would move to another club again. On the 24th of January 2016, Atsu gave an interview with the BBC World Service in which he spoke about leaving Chelsea and his imminent transfer to Levante. On the next day, it was confirmed that he would be instead moving to Malaga on loan. On the 5th of February 2016, Atsu made his debut in the starting 11 and scored in a 3-0 victory over Getafe CF. From there, he moved to another club again. So you can tell that Atsu moved around a lot, and I think it's also because a lot of clubs saw greatness in him, so they sought to acquire him to add that touch to what they already had. Now, on the 31st of August 2016, Atsu joined Newcastle United on a 1-year loan deal with an option to buy clause in the contract. On 13th September, his debut for the club came as a substitute for Johan Gouffran in the 61st minute in a 6-0 away victory against Queen's Park Rangers at Loftus Road, where he provided the assist to Alexander Mitrovic to earn their 5th goal. Atsu scored his first goal for the club in a 1-0 win against Rotterdam United on October 1st, followed by further goals against Cardiff City and Wigan Athletic. In May 2017, Atsu signed a 4-year deal to join Newcastle permanently for £6.2 million from Chelsea. He was released at its conclusion. So, after leaving Newcastle, Atsu joined another club again. Now, on the 17th of July 2021, Atsu joined Al Riyadh. Limited by injury, he played only 8 games in the Saudi Professional League. And then fast forward, on the 6th of September 2022, Atsu signed for Super League club Hatayspor on an initial 1-year contract with the option for a further year. He played 3 league games and won in the Turkish Cup and scored the only goal at home to Kasimpasa in the 7th minute of added time on 5th of February 2023. And this was the day before the earthquake that would end up killing him. So that was the last goal of his career, and he scored it in the dying embers of time added on the day before his death. Now take note that the day of the earthquake marked exactly 5 months from the date that he signed on to Hatayspor in the Turkish League. Now we look at his international career, and he has a sterling array of achievements. Atsu won his first senior cap for the Ghana national team on 1st of June 2012 against Lesotho, scoring in the process. He was described by the BBC as an excellent prospect, whilst ESPN added he was quick and technically impressive and a potential future star for his national team. The following year, he was in the Ghanaian squad for the 2013 African Cup of Nations in South Africa. He started the first match, a 2-2 draw against the DR Congo, and was a substitute in the 1-0 win over Mali. He returned to the starting lineup in the last group match against Niger in Port Elizabeth, scoring the second goal of a 3-0 win, which put his country into the quarterfinals as group winners. Atsu featured in the rest of Ghana's matches as they came fourth, scoring in their penalty shootout elimination by Burkina Faso. Atsu was selected for the 2014 FIFA World Cup squad, starting in all the matches as Ghana were eliminated in the group stage. Fast forward, at the 2015 African Cup of Nations, Atsu scored twice in a 3-0 win over Guinea in the quarterfinals. He helped the team to the final, where they lost in a penalty shootout against the Ivory Coast. At the end of the tournament, he was awarded with both the Player of the Tournament award as well as the Goal of the Tournament award for his strike against Guinea. Atsu was also named in the tournament as the team of the tournament, or as being part of the team of the tournament for the 2017 African Cup of Nations in Gabon, where Ghana came fourth again. He was called up for the 2019 edition in Egypt. Now, taking a look at his personal life, you would find that Atsu was actually a very fine gentleman. He was a devout Christian who shared Bible verses on social media, and at one point he was described by the Guardian obituary writer Louis Taylor as a true Christian in every sense of the word. He was active in charity, being an ambassador for Arms Around the Child, an organization supporting disadvantaged children, and he also paid thousands of pounds of bail money to free Ghanaians who had been jailed for stealing food back home in Ghana. He was one of 10 siblings, including his twin sister, while his father was a fisherman and farmer on the banks of the Volta River. Atsu was married to author Marie-Claire Rupio, with whom he had 2 sons and a daughter. Now, looking at all this, it breaks my heart to now talk about his untimely death. Fast forward, on the 6th of February 2013, exactly 5 months after signing to play for Hatayspor in the Turkish League, Atsu will end up missing in the immediate aftermath of the 2023 Turkey-Syria earthquake. He was feared to be among those trapped under the rubble of Hatayspor's headquarters in Antakya, following the quake. Now, initially, reports came out that Christian Atsu had been found and that he was alive, and he was on admission at a hospital and recovering. This sent so much joy around the world, especially in Ghana. And if you don't know, I'm a Ghanaian and I'm based in Ghana as well. So here in Ghana, people were so excited. It was all over the news that Christian Atsu was alive, and people were so excited, not to mean that they were not happy for those who had not survived. But then eventually it will turn out that that was not the case, and that news was actually inaccurate. So the following day, club vice president Mustafa Ozat said Atsu had been rescued and was recovering in hospital. But then on the 8th of February, manager Volkan Demirel said that Atsu and sporting director Tena Savut were still missing. So the conflicting reports started coming out now. And then on the 14th of February, that's Valentine's Day, Atsu's agent confirmed 2 pairs of his shoes had been found, but that Atsu himself had still not been found. And then fast forward, unfortunately, on the 18th of February, confirmation was received by his agent that Christian Atsu's body was recovered from the rubble of the building he was residing in. And then news outlets would end up reporting his death at approximately 6 a.m. GMT. Atsu's former club, Newcastle, paid tribute to him at their game against Liverpool on the 18th of February 2023. Prior to the start of this game, a minute of applause was held before the start of the game. Christian Atsu's widow and their children were in attendance. The tribute was also made at other Premier League games that occurred over the weekend. Now, here are my 2 cents. It's unfortunate that this has happened, and we pray that Christian Atsu would be able to rest in peace. We also wish his family the strength to move on and actually go through this difficult time. It's not easy. You couldn't have seen this coming. There are some deaths that in a way you can see coming, especially if maybe it's by sickness and it progressed into a bad situation over time. But this is something you couldn't have seen coming. This is a player who was at the peak of his game. He had actually scored a classic last-minute goal just the day before, and things were moving so well for him. He was on the fly, he was on the high. So how could anybody have seen this coming? But unfortunately, that is how life is. And it's also reported that the contractor who built this building that collapsed during the earthquake has also been arrested at the airport, allegedly, because he was trying to leave the country. I don't know the exact reasons why he's been arrested. I don't know if it has to do with questions about the structural integrity of what he had put up or whatever it is. But we are following this case and we are waiting to see what comes out of that as well. But on Christian Atsu's passing, if you are watching this video, I pray that we respect him and his privacy and the privacy of his family, especially under these circumstances. I wouldn't want to post the picture of him under the rubble because I believe that it doesn't do justice to the family. I believe such pictures shouldn't be circulating, and as much as possible, the media should try to regulate how it goes. My heart goes out to his family, his wife, his kids, and then his family also here in Ghana. It's so difficult. I don't know how they are going to go through this. And Atsu was somebody who was helping a lot of people. After his passing, someone actually came on social media admitting how Christian Atsu has actually been helping him to pay his school fees since his father died, and that he saw him through school. This is an example of the extent to which this fine young soul was going to help people. And if you followed the video, you would know that he came from a very humble background, and it seems that he didn't forget where he came from. And so when he got the means, he decided to help anybody who was also in that situation. Ghana has lost a gem, football has lost a gem, and the world has lost a gem. Then again also, our condolences also goes out to all the families of all the victims in this week, and we pray that they all find the strength to move on from this. Leave your comments in the comment section. You could just type RIP to Christian Atsu and his family if you feel their pain. And then you could also leave your comments in the comment section about any other thing you want to say to Christian Atsu, his memory, and his family, and also to us. Let us know if you enjoyed this video. This is a bit different from what we cover on this channel, but out of respect and the love we have for him, we decided to do this special edition to honor the memory, the life, the achievements, and unfortunately, the passing of Christian Atsu, the man who would dazzle in the world of football. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so. Leave a comment in the comment section, hit the post notifications button, and please share this video. Let's amass all the love that we can for him and his family in these difficult times. Stay safe out there.